And we're live. Right. Welcome to Failing to Read the News number 52. Here we have in the chat, we have Functional, who says 69 minutes. 69 minutes ago. We have Tom, who's in the stream. We have Krabby Slayer, and we have Green Thunder. Welcome.
Hey, everyone.
Please like and share.
Fuck YouTube.
Yeah, and fuck YouTube as well.
And fuck Walmart.
Yeah, have you found a solution to your problem yet, Chadwick?
Yeah, I think so. Fucker. I'm gonna try it out tonight. See if I can find a setting. I've been driving all day, so I haven't had a chance to work on it.
Where's that background noise coming from?
Don't know. It's not me.
I wonder what it is.
Oh, my neighbor's mowing their grass. That might be what you're hearing.
It's like someone's moving around a lot.
Oh, that's me. I'm walking. You're in my pocket.
Otherwise, it's muffled then.
Yep, that's why it's muffled. I'm done moving. Got stuff put away now. Sorry.
Did we lose Scotsman?
What?
Ah, I thought we lost you for a second.
No, I'm still there. I'm just.
Hi, baby.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Okay.
But I was speeding in an area where I shouldn't be speeding, and I didn't realize because the rental that I have is a very smooth ride, and I saw the cop, and I'm like, oh no! So I started slowing down, and then I saw that the cop turn his lights on. And I'm like, oh no! And sure enough, it was for me. I was just like, oh great! So yeah, he had to fill his quota that day. So.
Yeah. Anyway, Duncan Barnatine offers £500,000 reward to, well, it's 5,000, or it's 5k reward to anyone to name Fog who kicked Ginger Cat through the air in a horrific video.
Oh, yeah.
Jewish sheriff of Yukon.
Yeah. I'm not the hugest cat fan, but I'd never bloody hurt one.
Yeah, there's no reason for that.
Yeah.
The Dragon's Den star has voices discussed among with fellow celebs, including Ricky Gervais and Gemma Atkinson. This fucking video loads. Go on.
Wait, does it say like who is did they catch it?
Yeah, there's no reason for that. No, I think they're looking to find the guy.
All right. Who wants to place bets? Who do you think this ethnicity of the guy is?
The guy's he looks like he's mixed race on the video.
Is that a cat?
Yeah, the guy just kicks the cat through the air.
Oh my god, I want to kick him in the fucking head now.
Yep. That's why I said G to gas him.
Fucking more than gas. Light that gas on fire. Fucking burn that cocksucker alive.
I would prefer a head stomp, but yeah, you know.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck is wrong with people? The cat didn't do anything to anybody. Maybe it was a little annoying, but you don't fucking kick him.
He's out there. Duncan Valentine has offered a £5,000 reward to anyone to name the piece of shit who Ginger Cat through the air.
I like how it says that in the paper.
No, this is asking us, but yeah. Footage
shows
the Fog pretending to stroke the lovely cat before violently kicking it and sending it through the air.
You stay out of my tent.
The cat slams down on the ground before skidding on concrete as the man laughs out of view of the camera.
And who filmed this?
Probably one of his fucking friends.
His buddies.
We just wanted it for clicks. That's probably what it is.
Wait, so what? So where did this guy? Where did the guy do this?
It doesn't say. It just says it offered money for anyone who.
Yeah, but if they don't, if no one knows the location, like the city, this
No.
person just uploaded it and no one knows where.
They're
Well, I assume they're hoping
somebody's
that someone
gonna
recognizes the guy.
recognize him. Yeah, but if I knew who he was and I seen that,
Uh.
there would be no award. I would need bond money. I'm about to.
Dragon's Den star Valentine has offered an award to Cazdefog responsible after protect all wildlife posted the footage on Twitter. He said, I will pay an award of £5,000 to anyone who correctly names this piece of shit. Animal lover Ricky Gervais also expressed his disgust, saying, I can't decide the best punishment for this dirty cunt. Strictly starred Dana Atkinson wrote, what an absolute prick. I sincerely hope him and his little mate are found and have the same done to them. In fact, I had happily paid them to do it myself. Yeah, so would I, to be honest.
Yep.
If you got the money, why not?
Go fund me to get this guy fucking gassed.
Yeah,
With the AI that is good for recognizing the face, you know, the AI face recognition. I'm pretty sure someone would have a program to correctly identify the guy.
I'm pretty sure it goes viral. Someone will recognize him. Actress and celebrity Big Brother star said, Kirstie Alley said, oh my god, I would never easily retweet something so hideous, but if you know this monster, please turn him in. Viper, someone kicked the cat through the air. That's what happened.
Kick the cat right in the ass through the air. Fuck that guy. Piece of shit.
Protect all wildlife shed. Just repeating yourself. It's already been viewed more than 2 million times, with the RSPCA confirming they're investigating. They have asked anyone with information to call them on that number there. It comes after another sickening video emerged on social media today showing a yob punching a ginger cat in the face. Onslaught and so would I, Viper. Fucking cunts. The violent attack believed to be taking place in Portsmouth and was shared on Snapchat with the caption Geezer. Yeah, very hard geezer, yeah, just kicking an innocent cat, yeah. Big hard man you are, yeah. Hampshire Police has confirmed a 15-year-old boy has been arrested on suspicion of an offence under the Animal Welfare Act 2006. So yeah, what's a fucking scumbag? Yeah, very true, Viper. The cats don't deserve it.
Hello.
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 Hey.
Yeah, where's Strucker going? He was on it for a minute, then he's gone. Oh, never mind. Sorry for all the data. I'm just doing stuff. No worries, though. Sunderland fan splits his head open in Trafalgar Square. Fucking hell. Sunderland fan splits his head open after diving into Trafalgar Square fountain in just his boxers.
Dumbass.
I saw that on Twitter this morning.
Yeah, I heard about that too. He's a fucking
Like
idiot.
a swan dive? Like head first?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, it's like
That's what I heard.
like he dove head first into it.
Yep. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
Oh
no
my
fault.
god.
The supporter was left with blood pouring down his face after the incident before the Black Cats playoff final. Yeah, here's the.
Why? people need to be taken out of the gene pool.
I mean, fucking hell, at least
Well, he was extremely drunk, supposedly.
he probably was. He probably done it for a bet or something. I don't know. Fucking stupid tit. I mean,
Wait, so was he drunk or high?
he was just
Drunk.
drunk.
Oh, okay, I understand. That
The
happened.
thing is, the water there looks fucking disgusting, doesn't it? I wouldn't dive in.
Yeah, the
that.
water was green.
It don't look clean.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh,
So yeah, he's good. Made his face bleed, man.
water was green? How disgusting.
Yeah, it does look disgusting.
I hope he doesn't catch syphilis or something.
Yeah, that is the dirtiest sport ever. Looks fucking disgusting, doesn't it? A Sunderland fan cracked his head open after diving directly into Trafalgar Square fountain in just his boxers. The supporter tried the channel is Inner Tom Daly after he launched himself into water ahead of the Black Cats playoff final against Charlton. So they lost 2-1. Yeah, what a fucking moron.
Yep.
Yep.
That's just the face of regret, isn't it? Like, I regret all my life choices at this
Wait
point.
till he wakes up tomorrow morning with a huge hangover.
Yeah,
And
his team
stitches.
lost as well. And
Yeah.
his team lost as well.
Yep.
So, bad day for him all round, by the looks of it. Bada bing, hello, King Relic. Good fuck.
The hell
Someone
was
sawing
that?
or something. It sounded like someone was sawing something.
Yeah, it did.
Sorry, I'm actually in the middle of it's still in the middle of swapping trailers.
Well, Sunderland's
just
players
go.
are making their final preparations for Wembley. For the Wembley class, as the supporters were getting their spirits up in the capital. As the majority of fans enjoyed the sun and a few beverages, one fan could not resist taking a dip. He stripped down to his underpants, remembering to take off his watch. Then did a little dance and made his way to the edge of the fountain.
Okay, I can understand that it was hot and he couldn't resist because I got in trouble in England for doing the same thing. But you don't fucking swan dive into a fucking fountain.
The thing is, I think if I remember right, I think the last time Scotland played England in London, the Scotland fans flooded the fucking Trafalgar Square. I think they filled it with beer bottles and then just like put washing up liquid in it and just flooded it.
I would too.
But wait a second. How hot is hot? You know how hot it is right now in Orlando? It's 96 degrees Fahrenheit.
You can keep it.
Yeah, but over
Good
here,
deal. It's the same temperature up in DC.
25 is hot. 25 is hot for the UK.
Yeah, 25 degrees is
It
hot.
is 70.
20 degrees is hot for me,
2.
actually. 20 degrees Celsius is hot for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, but
So it
Chadwick,
would
y'all get
be-
snow in June.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the snowstorm.
Yeah, but you're pretty much in Canada, aren't you?
38 degrees
Pretty
Fahrenheit
Further
for me.
north than
Florida.
girl.
We can both
Hmm.
be by ourselves right
Gabby, I'm talking.
Completely fine in the heat and the humidity. That's where I'm okay. You know, I don't
Oh, I
mind.
hate that. I hate that. I hate it when it's like
I
that.
agree with you, Math Queen. I'm on your side. Give me the heat.
Give me the
Yeah,
cold
give me
wind.
the
Give me the
heat,
rain
no
over that any day, man.
Tom, right now my thermometer for outside is showing me 38.3 degrees Celsius.
Oh,
Nice.
trust
That-
me. In Florida,
That's
it's
nice, mate. That is
Well,
Right
good.
now
that's-
it would
that's
be
brutal.
40 Celsius here.
the city that
It's-
I'm at. It's like 88 degrees over here. That's pretty hot.
Right now my thermometer is showing me 101 degrees
Oh,
Fahrenheit.
shit. That's pretty hot.
Hello, honey monster.
For
Where
a
the
little
hell are
in,
you? Desert?
That's Queen. I'm in DC.
Good God, it's all that concrete.
We got a couple of days of 48 for my summer that just went. We got a couple of 48 degrees Celsius.
Yeah,
there.
that's why Chadwick. I know you were watching my stream. That's why it abruptly ended or
Yeah.
abruptly stopped for a few minutes because my phone overheated.
Yo,
Oh, it must be a nightmare
yeah,
being
you
in there.
keep
Like,
it in the window.
must be a nightmare being in there, like right in the middle of summer. Must be a nightmare.
In the truck, you mean?
Yeah.
It can be. It can be when the humidity. at one point there is a temperature both hot and cold that the climate system inside the truck just stops working. And over the last few years, it's hit that number several times.
I mean, you have aircon, but I imagine it'd still be pretty harsh in there.
Well, it's air conditioning, yeah, but the problem is with as much humidity as there is on the East Coast, the compressors for it will freeze up and lock up, so the air conditioner will just stop working.
Yeah, I used to do that in our insulation trucks. It would get so
Do you have
hot.
like a backup fan
air
or something just in
conditioner
case that happens?
quit.
The backup is roll the windows down.
Yeah.
Well, but that doesn't help. I assume a few people here are keeping an eye on the European election results. If there are any results, let me know. I'll turn my TV on now. This is the work I go into to please my viewers.
I didn't even know there was one.
The Brexit Party won in Chelmsford in the east of England. So there you go. There you go, Honey Monster. There's an update for you. See? I'm nice. Right, back to the news.
I just want to know if Sargon won.
Nah, he won't win.
You
Anyway,
never
cheered
know.
on with a slap on the bum, he took the plunge. It was only when he resurfaced and sat in the fountain that it became clear he did not realize how shallow the water was. The supporter split his head open, leaving blood pouring down his forehead and nose. But it was another Sunderland fans. That's badly written. There, the sun. Come on, you can do better than that, surely. He pointed out the injury. With the Sug fans seemingly oblivious to his wound. Viper, some results coming tonight and some results coming tomorrow. So, one person can be heard shouting he banged his head. Another asked, did that hurt? Others chanted, legend, legend, legend. At the end of the video, someone tells him do it again. I think the rest is just about the game, so yeah. Wish they lost, so it's a bad day all round for that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody face and his team lost. Come on, 9 people watching, 3 likes. We can do better than that, people. Come on. Get the like and share. So if you haven't already subbed. Viper, I smoke too much. That's my problem. Okay, maybe you should, I can't have the fact that I smoke too much.
Join the club. Man.
Actually, that's one of the few things that you can help.
Well, arse. It's one of the few things I haven't quit in life.
Hey, you're doing pretty good on your uni studies right now, so hey, that's something.
That's debatable. It's very debatable.
Well, you haven't been told to get lost yet, so how's that?
I'm hanging on by a thread, basically, is what I'm saying here. But there's still hope. But there's not a massive amount of hope.
Hey, you get your degree with flying colors. You get your degree at You get your degree by flying colors. You get it by the skin of your teeth. You still get your degree.
True, yeah. Anyway, watch hilarious moment. Swans and their 5 signets stop traffic in Bisley Paisley Road. The Swan family and their 5, I was going to say babies because, I'm retarded, take a stroll across the main road in Paisley on Friday afternoon. And this is the moment the family of Swans brought the traffic to standstill on a busy road in Paisley. 2 adult swans and the cygnets can be seen crossing the busy road in Paisley on Friday afternoon. As traffic stops on either side. So, yeah, I think swans are fucking arseholes as well. You can't kill them. You kill a swan over
Because
here.
they belong to the queen.
Yeah, every single swan in the UK belongs to its queen. Belongs to the queen. Therefore, if I was to kill a swan, I'd probably get fucking lynched or something. I don't know.
Jeez. Oh, crap.
I say it's almost if they know it as well because they're fucking arseholes.
Oh, they're feisty little things, aren't they?
Yeah, they're arseholes.
Yeah.
Fuck them geese. All they do is shit on everything.
Yeah, they're arseholes, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're supposed to
When
use
I
the
lived on
Pelican
lake,
crossing.
I couldn't go to my dock without stepping in goose shit.
Funky Green Thunder for showing the Streamlabs. The footage is taken by Emma Crawford, shows a man and two women trying to direct the family out of the way of the oncoming traffic. One swan takes a peck at a woman who tries to help the second swan and her 5 babies stay together.
Of course, fucking little bastards.
Yeah, they should get mowed down, to be honest. So they're fucking arseholes.
I told everybody about the time I got in trouble with the DNR for protecting myself from one of these birds, right?
No.
I was feeding the little bastards, ran out of food. They got mad and chased me back to the work van. I started kicking them in the head. DNR gave me a ticket for abusing the animals.
That's pretty funny, man. I'm sorry, but it is.
Just trying to protect myself and I get in trouble.
Oh, shit.
Emma posted the video of posted a picture of the group after they safely made their way onto the pavement. Footage later emerged of the family being herded along a stable grove in Paisley by another woman. Well, why the fuck now they were in the middle of a town anywhere? So that's what I find quite bizarre.
I know, because it was outside on
Mhm.
Excuse you, Gabby.
Pope
I'm too
Francis
old for this
likens
shit.
abortion to hiring a hitman and says it's never acceptable. I feel like Pope Francis may have just lost all his progressive points that he's built up over the last few days. The last
Why
few
you-
years.
Yeah,
Pope Francis.
He loves to contradict himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's always on about open borders and things like that, and then he's like, abortion is really bad and you should get...
Is that the Pope?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the reason why the Pope says abortion's bad is because they need those children.
Well, it's because he's Catholic.
No, they need the blood.
And plus, because Catholics, they disagree with abortion. They disagree with any kind of contraception. So, yeah, he's going back to traditional Catholic views. Pope Francis on Saturday likened abortion to hiring a hitman and said the procedure can never be condoned, even if the child is gravely sick or likely to die. I wouldn't go that far.
No, he's
Oh, is
just
that-
reading from the. He's just reading from the text. He's kind of has to say it
That's
because
not
it's
a
in the book.
stick, dog. That's a log.
You know what I mean? Kind of has to say that because it's in the Bible.
Yeah, but he's kind of contradicting himself, isn't he? Here?
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
You know what he's on about?
Stick there. Look at her.
He's on about great open borders and shit, and then he's like on about. And he's on about this.
Michael, let Dad do it.
Doesn't make sense to me. Francis made his comments during a pro-life conference sponsored by the Vatican. He stressed that abortion isn't a religious issue, but a human one. Is it illicit to throw away your life to resolve a problem? He asked. Is it illicit to hire a hitman to resolve a problem? The Pope also condemned abortion decisions based on prenatal testing, saying that a human being is never incompatible with life. This applies to those babies who are destined to die or die soon after, he said. To be fair, I think if they were die soon after, I think an abortion is justified, if you ask me, but... Not just me. Yeah.
No. I agree, man. If the kid's going to come out and it's going to die within, and you know it's going to not even live a day.
When the mother's going to die or something like that, then yeah.
Yeah, what's the point? Seriously.
This applies to those babies who are destined to die soon after these. He stressed the importance of providing medical care to such babies in the womb and support their parents so they don't feel afraid or isolated. Big draw. Give a like. Exactly, yeah. Like and share the stream. Taking care of these children's parents helps parents to grieve. Not only to think of a loss, but as a step on the path to together. Take it together, Francis said. The latest comments follow the Pope's previous condemnations of abortion. They struck a somewhat more conciliatory tone towards the women who had the procedure and made it easier for them to be absolved of the sin of abortion. His comments came in the wake of raging abortion debate in the US, where multiple states severely limited or banned abortion after 6 weeks, prompting outcry from pro-choice advocates. So yeah, I think the Pope's just lost all his progressive points now.
Well, you think after everything that the Catholic Church has been caught doing, he'd shut his mouth and just keep it shut.
I feel like
You know what I mean?
he thinks his relevance is more than it actually is.
Yeah, yeah. But
Well,
they've been
people
covering up. They've been covering up pedos for decades, and it's all come out in the open now. And you think he'd shut up? Just like keep your mouth shut, mate. Who are you to preach to other people about being good people?
Exactly, yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my friends Friday, and abortion came up, and she was pretty much just like, I don't want to give this person a life of suffering when killing them is the most humane thing to do. If you can't provide a perfect life for your child, then you should abort it. And I'm just like, life isn't perfect. Things happen for
Yeah, well, there are options such as adoption and things like that, isn't there?
There's also the thing is that she
It's
pulls
nice
out.
outside.
She pulls out her. I have a friend who was in the foster care system, who was abused by
I know,
her
me too.
father. At least use your signal, please. I will let you over.
You got some
So-
Hey,
competition.
no
here.
road rage. No road
You got
rage.
some
That's my
competition,
job.
right? You got some competition.
Yeah, Matt Coombs is beating you on the road rage right now.
It's not road rage. I'm just telling people who don't know how to drive better.
Yeah, that's
It's-
road rage.
That's what they call road rage. Yeah.
It's criticism.
Welcome to my world.
Oh shit.
But yeah. So she pulls out her friend who had. Oh, oops! I missed my turn. Oh well. She pulls out her card that she has a friend who was abused at home by her father, and she went to the foster care, and she wouldn't tell her what had happened to her in the foster care, and then she uses that as, I don't want that to happen to anyone else. So I think that's why we shouldn't have people being adopted. It should be people who can't afford to take care of their kid should have an abortion, and that's what she uses.
Yeah, so that's not the right attitude. That's bullshit. That one.
Yeah, there are other options such as
At least take
adoption.
responsibility and not have a kid in the first place.
If you do have a kid, like, just put up for
There's
adoption or
so
something.
many forms. There's so many forms of birth control.
Even then,
so
I was
many
going to say
forms.
adoption.
And
Yeah,
there's no
adoption is always
and
top.
there's no shortage of people who use the fact that they grew up in the foster system as a badge of honor when they talk about how well they've done in life, despite
Yep.
that. So
My wife grew up in the foster system, and she did quite well for herself.
Yeah, if it was that bad, then these stories wouldn't have happened, would they?
I
Yeah,
don't
people who
think so.
can't afford to have kids should just keep their legs closed. Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly.
That's why contraception exists.
That's exactly why they exist.
So it's just like, and that's how she sees it. And then when I told her that, the reason why the Black community is so fractured is because when the government started pushing drugs into the community and took out the father figure from the Black household, from Black families, then everything started to fall apart. And she looked at me, she's like, "You don't need a father," and I'm like, "Yeah, you do." She tells me this because she doesn't have a father figure, and she's very feminist. But you definitely need a father figure. And I was telling her, yeah, the Black community was very church going, very strong community, and it wasn't until the government had started making an incentive for Black mothers to take government funds for being a single mother, that things
That's
have
all
really
true.
started to go down.
And there's also a reason why there's so many high crime rates amongst people who grow up with a single parent.
Well, when
He
they
doesn't
lock up all the fathers,
Didn't have dads discipline their kids.
like these
See,
guys,
I can. Go ahead.
these guys can't get fucking jobs because they come from the fucking neighborhood they come from. So they start selling drugs, they get locked up, go to prison. There goes the father figure. And then the ones that don't try to be responsible, they just dip from the start.
Yeah.
I know so many guys that have been tried to be that father figure and stay at home, but can never find a job. So they turn to drugs. Then they go to prison. What are they going to do then? For a little bit of pot.
That's why it should be legal.
It should be.
Actually, isn't it already legal over there? You just can't buy it.
And just in Michigan.
You just can't buy
Well,
it.
there's
It's
what,
weird.
9, 10 states that it's legal. Yeah, we cannot buy or sell.
California,
Colorado.
Washington, Colorado, DC.
I'm not
Yeah.
about Florida. I think Florida
many.
is so medical.
Yeah, just medical in Florida.
But it's really easy to get your card.
Yep,
Hawaii,
super
it's
easy.
medical, but yeah, Hawaii,
hard
it's
in
medical,
Hawaii.
but
They're very strict in Hawaii about
well,
the
the
medical.
problem about Hawaii is if you actually manage to get over their loopholes for guns, Hawaii and Maryland as well will send you a letter that says, well, you've got your medical marijuana card. You can no longer be trusted to own a firearm.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So wait, so if you wanted to live in those areas, you have to apply for your gun license first and then apply for your marijuana. Like
No. If you own a gun and have I think Hawaii is a permit to own a gun state. But the thing is, once you get that marijuana card, you have to relinquish your gun.
Trucker Krabby Slayer wants the link.
Oh,
And King Valley says it's also legal in Oregon. Yeah, because he was a former Colpax, he'd know more about this. No, we would.
yeah.
that's crazy to me. Like what the heck? I can't believe that.
Yeah, you should be allowed to smack kids, other people. Like smack other people's kids that would get around that ban. You know? Yeah. Let's get back to that article. Unnecessary smacking ban will have traumatic effect on good families, campaigners say. Some campaigners could suggested it could lead to the criminalization of parents.
Can I talk?
No, he's reading.
A ban on smacking in Scotland is necessary and will do nothing to help vulnerable. It's unnecessary and will do nothing to help vulnerable children, campaigners have claimed. Scottish Green SNP John Finney has brought forward the new Members' Bill, which, if passed, would remove the defence of justifiable assault in Scots law.
Can I say something about them one-parent homes?
Yeah.
I grew up in one. My dad left when I was 8. That is no excuse. It's all in your upbringing. It's depends on how the one parent you have doesn't let you run wild, makes you treat people with respect, teach you values. Kids these days do not have values.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all true.
So a one-parent home is no excuse to me. And as far as the drugs and the blacks, I worked when I worked for Roanoke City Police, they would bust a dealer. Vice would go out and sell drugs. It's up to the buyer to buy them. They were buying them from undercover cops, but it's up to that buyer.
That's still entrapment. That if you don't offer it, it's not there.
That-
I know they're out looking for it and they're going to find it, but if you're offering it, of course you're going to find something.
Right. And what they
But
would
that's why
do,
I say it's entrapment,
no,
because you're offering it. You're
No, trap-
offering the product. If no one's offering the product, there is no buyer.
they approach you. You cannot approach
I
him as a
understand.
cop.
I know.
That's
I
not
used to sell
entrapment.
drugs for a living. Trust
That's
me,
not
I know.
entrapment.
I used to sit in those parking lots too, and right next to the fucking undos. I know.
Yeah.
I wasn't there. The buyers would be, but if there's no one offering it, they would still leave with nothing.
Well, then that's their choice.
Yep, that is their choice. But it was
So
also
they-
the Vice's choice to go out there with the drugs and bust the people looking.
Well, the reason Roanoke did it is they would bust that guy, and to get out from under the charge, he would have to give them 3 names.
Yep, the 3-name trick. I know that one all too well. That's why I'm a felon.
So, it's you got to get them off street. Somebody's going to do it. And personally, I don't care if they're black or white.
Yeah. When I sold, I didn't give a shit what color you were. Your money's still green.
Right. So I can't say I never will believe it's entrapment. It's up to the person that
It
wants
is.
it.
Well, I would say your environment can influence you. In a way, like if a lot of people where you grow up do drugs, then you're more likely to do drugs yourself.
Yep. That is very true. If you're always around it, you'll never know that it's wrong.
Yep.
Hey guys,
Sorry to barge in, Scotty.
Yeah, sorry.
I have to leave for like a second or two, so I'll be right back.
No worries, Matthew. Anyway,
Right.
a ban on smoking in Scotland is unnecessary and will do nothing to help vulnerable children, campaigners have claimed. A Scottish Green MSP company has brought forward a members' bill which if passed would remove the
I'm going back out.
offence of justifiable assault in Scottish law, which allows parents to use physical punishment on children.
Shut the door.
A majority of MSPs on the Scottish Parliament Equalities and Human Rights Committee. Why is that even a thing? That's not something that should exist. Last week stated its support for the proposed legislation.
Make sure you take that in with you.
Can you purchase a smack license, not heroin? Some campaigners have suggested it could lead to a criminalisation of parents. And Viper's giving the election results. It looks like the Brexit Party in the lead so far.
Woohoo. All right, now that I'm back in my truck and cooling down and all that. Viper, hey cutie.
Yeah, the second cutest person on YouTube.
They're about to get shamed.
You're
Yeah, Viper, you're not the cutest, you're the second cutest. Yeah, well, naturally biased, obviously.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
That was my son. He's been bugging to say hello.
Who was that?
Someone's balls just dropped. Oh shit.
Alright.
That could be made to be so dirty, and I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah, please don't.
So Brexit and the Greens and Lib Dems make gains. Yeah, the Brexit Party's in the lead so far, from what I can see. Overall, I think. Are you sure?
What the hell?
Yeah, what just happened?
What the? That is 1, 2, 3. Seriously?
What?
Okay, there's a big loop of highway that wraps around Washington, D.C. And for the last 2 miles, there has not been a single car on the road, which is very, very unusual. And then all of a sudden, here comes about 13 cops with a couple buses in between them.
They'd be politicians, wouldn't they?
Senators.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have the special cars anyway, the bulletproof car they have, usually. Or is that just the president?
Well, just the president has a limo like that. When there's a bunch of them, they're in a bus. So the problem is that I guarantee you that just screwed up traffic for the rest of the day there.
It always does.
Yeah.
Yeah, David, did you not hear me and Blind Girl the thing now?
Damn, where's she been the last couple of weeks?
You're slow.
Hey, pumpkin probably Republicans on one bus, Democrats on the other.
Yeah.
No. Well, you don't know. Yeah, I don't keep up on the news. Well, that's why you should watch this to keep up on the news. I'll show myself. Anyway, back to the article. Got sidetracked again. Plus, you didn't tell me. Well, I only speak to you like once a month. That's why. That's why I didn't tell you. Like,
It's not that time of the month yet. Your chat's coming.
yes, usually the first of the month, incidentally.
You get your
On
chat
side
when
note,
we
side
get your
note before
chats.
Scott. There you go. Side note before Scotty gets back to it. Anybody who listens to Scotty's stream and watches mine, I know there's a couple of you watching right now. Watch ahead of you in the next. It'll be less than a couple minutes. You're going to see a big castle in front of you, or a castle-looking thing. That's the Washington D.C. Mormon Temple.
No, that's fine, Viper. Don't worry.
Mormon temple?
Mhm.
Huh.
I know we're friends on Discord and you follow me on Twitter, so it's fine. Anyway, what, you showing the traffic jam on stream, or no? Never mind.
Well, my dash cam's always going.
And
It'll be within the next couple minutes.
A review of academics, parenting experts and campaigners urged MSPs to oppose it. We're deeply concerned by the legislation before the Scottish Parliament to remove the defence of reasonable chastisement and introduce a smacking ban in a group. The group write in their letter, it's unnecessary and will do nothing to help vulnerable children, and instead will cause trauma to intervention in good families. The discourse around smacking is dishonest. It conflates hitting and domestic violence with smacking. But violence against children is already outlawed under current legislation. I don't really know what to think of this, to be honest, because I think there are better ways to parent children than smacking them.
Yeah, but
But at the same
depending
time,
what talk,
I got smacked on occasionally. It didn't do me any harm, so
Yep.
yeah, as long as it's not
I
a
was
beating.
straight beaten.
Don't beat the bloody kid, just a smack on the bottom.
My
smacked
dad
ours.
used to beat the shit out of me, and I still turned out all right. I know some people aren't as strong-willed as I am, so they could get to them. But a smack on the bottom is not going to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst I got was a boot up the arse. That was something.
Yeah.
To be fair,
belts
I earned that boot up the arse.
Yeah, I remember when my dad kicked me up the arse, he broke his big toe. He never did that again, did he?
My dad was smart. My dad at least wore like steel cap boots when he done it.
Nice. Like, here you go, you little fuck. Bam.
I'm broke. I saw my Viper. Yeah, beating fucking kids.
Bet you fucking Jesus, King. Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't like, as long as you're like physically abusive, like.
Walk in the
Little
house.
smack on the bottom.
Did
doesn't
you
hurt.
breathe? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know parents like that. That's why I don't associate with them anymore.
Yeah, you should always be your. Should always be your kids. Just don't leave bruises.
That's right. Sack of oranges.
No, I'm pretty sure I got a few bruises.
That's wrong.
Oh shit. So everyone on here knows we're joking, but if someone else popped in that's never been here before, they're like, "What the heck?"
That's beyond belief.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna be quiet now.
I've already talked myself accidentally on here a few times anyway, so I won't be the first time I've done it.
I'm like one step from being fully doxxed, so I should just be quiet.
But we already know your name, though.
Yeah, I know, and my state. So you're gonna find a bunch of black guys and me.
I mean, we know what city you live in.
Yeah, we don't
It
know the
wouldn't
state, we
take
don't know the
much.
city.
All you would have to do is search my full name, skip the black guys, and there I am. There's 5 other black guys that have my name, and I'm the only white guy. So it would not be hard to find.
As reasonable testimony against defense.
That's what I
Really,
kind of.
a caring parent,
That's-
like, what do you go?
Oh, go ahead.
As the reasonable chastisement defense merely allows a caring parent to use a light tap on the hand or bottom before being charged with an assault. Careful examination of the evidence does not find that like infrequent physical discipline is harmful to children. Major studies on smacking are often misinterpreted or misused by academics seeking to further their political agenda. The group suggested the ban would cause stress to parents to make the work of the police and social services more difficult. Yeah, but weird because it means they have more shit to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Can you imagine, like, you know what kids are like? If they know they can push the boundaries and get away with it, you know what they're like.
In a country
Oh,
where they're already
yeah.
fucking threatened to arrest people for fucking tweets.
Yeah.
Its letter reads, removing the defence will leave loving parents open to police cautions and even criminal convictions for their behaviour, which by definition is reasonable. Stress would bring parents and children.
You fucking whore.
All right.
Only on the weekends.
Into parents and children far outweighs any perceived benefits. A smacking ban would also make the work of the police and social services more difficult by bringing hundreds of good parents under the remit of child protection agencies, impeding efforts to identify actual abuse.
Oh, I thought the kid's head was turned around. I'm like, what the fuck? Talk about abuse.
Yeah, pretty much anything is abuse these days. Though. Apparently, taking a kid's phone away from them these days is considered abuse.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no shit.
Or not giving them pocket money or anything like that's fucking stupid.
Kids don't need money. They want money, they can get a fucking job. That's what my parents told me. You want spending money? Go get a job, earn it.
Remember to laugh the steel pipe and something soft, not to leave bruises. And also, don't stick your dick in it either.
Oh yeah, from the other day. Oh, that story was hilarious.
Because otherwise it'll get stuck. Rubber hoses are perfect for beating kids.
Come on, dog.
The majority of Scots do not want to see smacking criminalised, regardless of their views on smacking
Sunday
as
is.
a parenting technique. We are as SNPs to oppose this legislation when it is debated. Mr. Finney says, as they have done throughout their misinformation campaign, be reasonable Senior took utter nonsense. The Glastondyne organisation should be honest with the people of Scotland and reveal exactly who funds them. The overwhelming evidence received by the Equalities and Human Rights Committee and all international expertise tells us it's the right thing to do. I look forward to debating my bill on Tuesday and hope it will progress to the next stage of parliamentary scrutiny. Children's Minister Marie Todd said the overwhelming expert evidence, including from the Royal College of Pediatrics and Child's Health, strongly backed giving children the same protection against the law as adults. I think if anything, children should have more protection, shouldn't they? Because they're kids and not adults. Therefore, I don't know.
Yeah.
It also commands support from the widest range of Scottish society, including the Church of Scotland, Children First, Barnardo's, and other major children's charities, and of course, it is supported by an overwhelming majority of public opinion. 54 countries in the world have already prohibited physical punishment against children. We believe it is time that Scotland joined them by giving them the same protection from assault as we give adults. Ken, I don't really know what to make of that, to be honest. I kind of see both sides of the argument to that.
Yeah. Like you said, just don't go around bloody beating the pulp out of them.
Like I said, there are other ways of parenting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, smacking didn't really do me much harm, so yeah.
And look at our parents. Our parents got it even worse.
Oh, fucking yeah.
Fuck yeah, my parents had it worse.
Yeah.
My dad grew up during the Depression. He definitely fucking had it worse.
Yeah.
They didn't get a car until he was 16.
How old is he to grow up during the Depression? Must be ancient.
He was 87 when he passed away 10 years ago. So he would have been close to 100 by now.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in World War II.
Relieved neighborhoods who relieved neighbors throw a party to celebrate tenant from hell, mum, who smashed up home after finally being evicted. Mum of five, Katie Bentley, caused £25,000 worth of damage to the rented home in Hull and kept a horse in the garden.
Jesus Christ.
Why would you keep a horse in the garden?
Yeah. Must have been a decent sized garden.
Well, where else are you going to keep it? In the bedroom?
You never know these
Some
days.
people might.
Yeah.
King Relic, I know you're very young, but I hope you never become a parent.
Yeah.
King Relic, I know you're very young, but I hope you don't ever become a parent. Because,
Which, by the way, it just hit me. I just mentioned keeping a horse in the bedroom. Green Thunder, get your mind out of the damn gutter. Right.
He's like, huh.
oh God, don't give Green Thunder any ideas. Green Thunder's the last
That
person
is-
to give ideas.
Yeah, me either, bud.
Dude, we're in the fast lane. Can we do the speed limit, please?
What kind of party is that?
Hard to say.
I can't read it.
It's some type of street party.
Oh. Neighbors from Hell. Hell yeah. If I could scroll it, I would read it.
Scotsman still there?
I think he froze up.
Uh-oh.
There he is.
What happened there?
No,
I don't know.
You went
froze
quiet.
up.
In the bots are monitoring my stream. I'm confused now. This is confusing me. YouTube got to us, lads. This is bad. They're under fire.
Hi, Cuban.
It's seen King Relic's comments.
Hey guys.
Yeah, what the
This is
hell?
all you,
Yeah.
King Relic. It's all your fault.
YouTube comes down on you, but we show straight up titties and ass all night.
Oh,
and
you should have
nothing.
seen yesterday.
Yo,
Ginger,
fucktard,
Ginger
my
Hardens
lane,
yesterday.
mine.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, why are they coming down on me for?
Come on. You want to play games? Let's do it. I can hug that
Tell me
line
what it was,
tighter
like,
than you can,
why
asshole.
did they fail him?
We broke
Since your
every
boyfriend's
rule of
cock,
YouTube
don't take it
last
so
night.
hard.
Yeah.
Why is it preventing certain comments? Right, fuck it. Test. Test. We missed it.
If YouTube would have caught on last night, I think we all would have lost our channels.
Oh yeah.
Like everybody's on there is done.
No, it seems fine to me. Can you see my comments?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah.
I can see yours.
Yeah, it's not then, is it? I'm confused then. I'm confused now. This is weird to me.
And that is why my chat does not replay.
It was merely a thing.
Holy shit.
Hello, Cuba.
Yeah, Honey Monster is right. I noticed that a couple months ago. YouTube will moderate like your chats and stuff like that. It won't allow you to like
They will.
post certain things, which is ridiculous because it's supposed to be your channel,
Yeah, but look, they just allowed me to post.
right?
They
I'm getting
don't
any
trust
worse
us anymore.
Not even the person who owns the channel can post certain things, which is silly.
It's still their platform.
Correct. You're very right about this.
Well, when you set up the stream, there are settings you can go to that kind of sort of disables it, but not fully.
Yeah, I shut all that off. I allow anybody to say whatever the fuck they want. If YouTube don't like it, fuck them.
Yeah, mine shot as well. And also, 10 people, 6 likes. Come on, people.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah,
people,
back
press
to-
the like button.
It's not that hard.
News article. Yeah, like and
Yeah,
share.
it takes 1 second to press it.
Yep.
Anyway,
As soon as you
Katie
start the
Bentley's
stream,
landlord. Phil would know.
It's the first thing
Come
I
on,
do
people,
all the
it's like a
time.
blind, come on, people, it's like a blind man nudist colony. It's not hard.
that's right.
I do it out of habit every time I come in.
Yeah, but
Yep,
like we used
first
to
thing
like
I do
mine.
is shut the chat off, click like, and then go to live chat.
Because I always like your stuff, Viper.
I liked your stuff
Okay,
before it even was posted, Viper.
Katie Bentley's landlord, Phil
Like-
with no. Fought for months to get out of his property, which she absolutely trashed in Hull. Fucking hell. That horse just looks fucking depressed, doesn't he?
I can't
What?
even. Hang on. Where is he? Oh, okay. Oh,
The
yeah.
horse on the stream. He does not look happy.
Well,
That's the
at
horse
least
that's-
leave a dislike.
Yeah, well,
Take one for
it
the
doesn't
team.
even have grass, you know what I mean? Where's the grass for it, you know?
You poor
Pretty sure
horse.
there was
Oh,
grass, but it's
fuck.
full of shit. There was
Yeah,
grass, but
it's
it's full
covered
of
with
shit.
trash.
Oh, is that the grass there? Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Poor horse.
Yeah.
He looks depressed.
Fuck people, man. Just because you can have a horse doesn't mean you should have a horse.
Because how the
Yeah,
fucking
I
hell
know,
could she
yeah,
afford a
yeah.
horse? How could she afford
Horses
the
are
horse
more
anyway?
expensive than children.
How could she afford the horse? Like, if she was renting the house, how could she afford the horse?
She can't. I'm surprised that thing isn't fucking emancipated. You know, fucking skin
Well,
and
the thing
bones.
It's probably every Saturday night in the privacy of her own home. She has a few friends over and puts on a show or something. Who knows?
Oh,
Oh,
they're like
that's
those ones
true.
in Mexico. They're
That's
like those
true.
ones in Mexico.
Yeah, give
The
it a lick.
donkey.
Tastes like just like raisins.
You can tell it's Sunday night. You're awake, aren't you?
Anyway, I've covered this article before. Basically, they're probably just going to say the same thing as we did before. Because I remember it. So yeah, and it's just an update. Really, that's what it is.
Well,
So
then
she's
go
finally been
put
kicked out of
inside.
her house. Yeah, that's good.
We're gonna go grill at Mr. Randy's. Just relax. Because we don't want to grill here.
And Moth Queen's gone.
Yeah, she left a while ago.
Strip off and relax with a pint. Historic London pub. once famed for having the city's rudest landlord, becomes the city's first in to be granted nudist license. There's nothing quite like sitting down for a cold pint in one of London's oldest and liveliest pubs to soak up the atmosphere. Now you can do it completely naked.
All right.
It's usually for
The
these things
problem
you
is,
expect-
you know, the people who are going to take advantage of that are ugly as hell. You never want to see them naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually
That's like
you
a
expect
rule
like
of
some
thumb.
lady. You expect like some really good looking woman or something, but you get like some 70-year-old man's ball sack in your face.
Yeah.
That's usually
You
what
ever been to
Yeah, I
a
was
nudist
gonna
beach?
say-
It's the same, man. It's the same.
You walk
That's
you
all
walk
you
in there
see is
expecting
balls.
Cuban, and you see me.
happens. Exactly.
I'll be a little disappointed.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be a little disappointed.
Oh shit.
Well,
Yeah, true.
he's. I was gonna say, Crappy does have a point. You wouldn't be a little disappointed. At least you'd see boobs. Unfortunately, they're mine.
True. I'll be half disappointed.
Oh shit.
Well,
You would have to clean those seats so well.
yeah, that stool, like, I wouldn't sit on that stool.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's like ass butter and stuff like that.
Ew.
Sorry.
Pretty brave doing that naked next to a cat too. It might mistake it for a mouse or something. You know? Jeez.
Oh God, I just realized something. On a nice hot night, if the bar stools have like vinyl or leather on top of them,
Oh.
Oh, damn.
standing up. Oh,
Oh man, no.
The coach and horses in the city's bustling Soho district have started to welcome customers, and bar staff would like to strip off before having a refreshing pint. A landmark of the area since the 1800s. It was everything from vegan-friendly food to cockney sing-alongs around an upright piano.
Here's a
Why is
question.
butt butter?
Is cock vegan?
Oh.
Yeah, it's gross. No. Yeah, put it away. I agree. It's been described as the last bastion of traditional boozer, and has been quenched the first of spectator columnist Jeffrey Bernard and his journalist for Private Eye magazine. The inn became notorious on the landlordship of Norman Ballin, claimed to be the rudest in London during his 63-year tenure. Partners now have the option to bear all after the establishment granted a nudist license. Lord Alistair Coe says it's all part of the community atmosphere he's fostering in his pub, which he might be about to lose. Well, yeah, I think if I walked into a pub and they were all naked, I think I would leave, to be honest. I would just go to another
Yeah,
pub.
it's like, what
Oh my
hell
God.
have I walking into?
no, I just thought of
No, I'm going to
something.
somewhere else.
I just thought of something. A bunch of 70, 80-year-old men sitting on a bar stool with their ball sacks hanging down. What happened if the pub had like a pet cat and there's all these ball sacks just swinging?
That's
They
what
do
I
have a
just said
cat.
before, because there's a cat on the piano
Yeah, there's a cat there.
next to the guy.
Ah,
I can
Cats
say from
like to take
experience that
things-
is no good.
Do you guys think it would be
Cats-
predominantly male that would go there?
Yeah, yeah, it always is.
Yeah,
Just
probably,
waiting,
'cause
just
it's a
waiting to
pub.
see something, I guess.
Yeah,
I got to put my dishes in the sink and get back to the picture of a naked man playing a piano. Beat the fuck out of the naked man.
Everybody, everybody's getting all drunk.
Real
at
need
home.
of this. They're in this in the real times of need and despair and trying to defend something of value. Great British tradition of stripping it off. Joe explained the pub had to seek special permission from local authorities for punters to go nude in a similar to adult entertainment establishments.
Michael, come outside. I didn't ask.
I would never go in there. I don't want anyone seeing what I got down there. Well, not even a bird ring, Joe, no? And you've got like a girlfriend.
Lil, would you go
I mean,
to a
funnily enough,
bar?
mine can't
if
see
you-
it. But funnily enough, mine can't see it, which is not a bad thing, I guess.
Imagine taking a girl there for your first date. All right, guys, it's time.
Well,
Funnily enough, she
I
wouldn't
guess
know any
it's a good
difference.
way-
But
You take a
Well,
girl
on
there.
my end,
See
she
what
wouldn't know
you're
any
getting
different, would
into.
no, she wouldn't
You
know.
take a girl there on your first date, and she ends up leaving you for one of the guys in there.
Because
Well, hey,
Luckily
how
for me,
you
mine
doing?
can't see. Luckily for me, though, Cuban, mine can't see, so. You know,
yeah, this is true. This is very true.
not like I'd go in there anyway. Like, fuck no.
What about our
You
little
see her
girl?
touching people. Like, what are you doing? I just want to see who they are. What the
That's
fuck?
what I'm saying. Like drunk people get all like friendly sometimes and like to hug and all that stuff. Like imagine just having that on you, sweaty and smells great and all
What are we
that.
When someone's
What are we talking?
crack in your face.
What are we talking about?
A naked pub in UK somewhere.
A naked pub in London. Well, I know where to avoid. Yeah, but Viper, you don't like alcohol anyway, so I know you'd go to the pub anyway. I would not feel comfortable in there if there were other men. Are you gay, Big Door? Like I'm saying, I have a problem with that. I'm just asking if you're gay. Yes, functionally you do here, little nigga.
What was
Where's
that?
you have a fan, little nigga? He seems happy. Functional
Oh, hey.
says, do I hear, little nigga? Yes.
Oh, hey,
I
what's
think
up?
he's happy
Phil?
you're here.
Randy's home.
Yeah, I got your comment on my video. Yeah, what's up, dude?
I think you seem to have a fan here.
Yeah,
No,
Good.
someone likes you.
yeah.
Oh,
Like I have.
Jesus.
Oh, what are you trying to say? I have no fans.
I don't have any
roast me
fans
again,
either.
huh?
It's fine.
This is another roast again, huh? Fuck me.
No, we haven't even
I'd rather
started
not.
yet, mate. It's all good.
Bullshit.
I've been going through your backlog. It's funny shit.
Oh, thanks. See, at least someone thinks I'm funny. For fuck's sakes.
He said that any nudity will be prearranged in a consensual environment. So there's someone looking for.
No,
Hey,
So
Kid
someone looking
Relic.
for a quiet what?
nobody.
They got 2 fans
You
now.
have to do the right stuff. Can I read the fucking article, please?
Oh, sorry.
You have the right to. You do have to. You do have to have the right staff on because obviously the team have to be comfortable with it, he says. To be honest with you, when you do these things after 10, 15, 20 minutes, no one notices anymore. It's a bit like if you go to a pub when there's music playing and you're not very interested in it. After a while, it's just background music. Not in nightclubs, it's not. In
I
nightclubs,
have.
you can barely get fucking.
Yeah, you can't hear anyone, can you?
Nah. The pub was once famed for having London's rudest landlord. I've already repeated this. The idea of having a nudist license began with a naked calendar made by Joe and the team to help fund the fight against the earth rulers who attempted to complete a takeover by not renewing his license on the property. Fuller wants to bring in his own management, which, according to a petition, Save the Pub will turn into a soulless chain outfit. Strip it of his character and his clothes. The sound of it. Yeah, I agree. Nobody attractive would go in there. No, I only like seeing men that way. That's why I go to male doctors. I mean, I do agree. Nobody attractive would ever go in there. Staff and regulars were involved in launching Beauty and the Beast of Soho calendar, featuring regulars stripping off in a pub with 10% profits going to a British homeless charity centre point. Hello?
Hello.
Only because there's background noise and then there's not. That was where I lost the stream.
Nope,
No,
still
still
going.
on.
When the calendar launched he was inducted with calls from nationalists across the world asking where the pub would now be welcoming nudists. Oh, for fuck's sake. How hard is it just to wear fucking clothes? And really, like, just wear clothes. Norman's Coach and Horses was established in 1847 and has been described as the last bastion. You're speaking yourselves again. So yeah, just wear fucking clothes, you cunts. It's not that difficult. You're going to go to a pub, just wear clothes. You know what I mean? It's like I feel when I was on a nudist beach, you didn't want to see you were naked. And how many drunk ass people are going to forget that to get dressed before leaving? I assume they just go in there naked, I guess. Because they're nudists, they don't wear clothes.
No, you'd have to get changed there. You can't just rock up naked.
I don't know. What if they got what if they got like a coat check room?
They probably would, wouldn't they? Something weird like that.
Yeah.
Yellow vest protest in Brussels turns violent. Brussels, a yellow vest protest march is turning violent in Brussels after the demonstrators peddling buses and using pepper spray in confrontations. So it looks like they've also hit Belgium now as well. Yellow vest.
Looks like they're over quite a bit of Europe, to be honest.
I just assumed they were in France, but I guess they're in Belgium now as well.
I think they're in the Netherlands as well. Canada, I'm pretty sure, had a couple.
Yeah, Canada did have a few actually. Canada's one pathetic, but
Canada. I think Canada's yellow vests for something different, though.
No, was it?
yeah, but they got the idea
Yeah,
from the French though originally, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not even the idea that the yellow vest kind of protest in Canada it's a part. They were kind of trying to equate them to it, but it was a bunch of truck drivers, and that's actually part of a lot of our uniforms is yellow vests. It's the fact that the truck drivers showed up to these protests wearing what they're supposed to wear for work, which is yellow vests.
Yeah. I think a similar thing happened in France, didn't it? I think in France, if you operate a vehicle, it's the same thing. You have to wear a yellow vest.
Yeah, I think they have to have them in any type of car, don't they?
Yeah, in France, I think they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do for some reason.
Well, they have to have something like they have to have a yellow vest in the car and wear it when they get out near a car or something. I guess.
They have to wear it while driving, which is they just have to have it in the car, I believe.
Yeah, in case the car breaks down or something.
Oh Lord!
Several hundred protesters in yellow vests demonstrating against social injustice. There were also hooded people dressed in black taunting authorities. Yeah, so yeah, paper vipers, right? Yeah, by law they do have to have a yellow vest in France. Police on horseback patrolled the historic centre, and scuffles broke out in different areas. Authorities were seen detaining several people. Belgium is holding a general election on Sunday, and there are elections also across the EU for the European Parliament. The EU Parliament is located close to where the scuffles occurred. So Belgium shouldn't even be a country anyway. Belgium's a fucking joke of a country. They just shouldn't exist. So it's one part of it should be Dutch, one part of it should be part of France, and it's decided, fuck it, we'll make a country. You just shouldn't exist. Artist claims she was banned from Facebook for selling MAGA hats that she turned into Nazi armbands and KKK hoods. An artist claims she was reprimanded by Facebook for hate speech after sharing photographs of MAGA hats she turned into Nazi armbands and KKK hoods.
Hey, y'all wanted censorship. You got it.
Yep.
Katie Chris from Maryland. There you go. Pronounce it properly for once. Or improperly, because that's not how it's spelled. So the photograph of the Nazi armband was taken down by the site, which he claimed violated the community standards. Yeah, I agree she shouldn't be banned, but it's them doing what they just them being hypocrites, isn't it?
They started the whole censorship thing, the left, and
Exactly, they created it.
we warned them it would come back and bite them on the ass one day. They didn't want to listen.
They wanted the shit, so
Yeah.
She complained and claims to have an entire account where she sells the pieces disabled. This is not hate speech. This is a piece of art addressing hate speech. Only the terrorized own the right to hate symbols of terror. So it's just comparing Trump to Nazis and KKK then.
Basically.
Hot calling kettle. Come in, kettle.
Very woke. One page links Kretz, which still has photos of pieces. Photos of pieces remains active. Why do you want Viper to send you nudes? Well, I'm pretty sure you have a thing for Viper, don't you? Let's stop talking about your nudes.
I would like
Get
some
Cuban to
nudes.
send some nudes instead.
My DMs are always open if anyone's willing. Go right ahead.
It's the internet, mate. Be careful what you wish for.
You asked for it.
I have a delete button.
Yeah,
I have a delete button.
Everyone sent Chadwick dick pics.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, shit.
Chadwick, get ready for a dick pic, mate. Coming up.
Hello, Ginger the Artist, who's also Ginger Man Bad. Be respectful.
That's
I'll blow
okay.
you
I
up.
want to get my porn site up and going anyways. I'll make money off your dicks. It's fine.
Yeah, but I think it's because I think he has a thing for you. That might be why. Anyway, as part of her art, she rips apart Donald Trump campaign hats and resews them and resews them. Other pieces include one called "The Disease That Thought It Was a Cure." The artist only ever buys counterfeit versions of the hats, she says, because she does not want to contribute to the president's re-election efforts. Chris, fumed that her work had been taken down. Again, it's your own fucking fault.
Oh, Lord.
It's your own fault it's been taken down. People sending you dick pics now, are they?
Yes, it's already happening. That's the only dick I want to see, trucker.
Somebody clip that, please.
Yeah, come on, Peter. You're looking around here. Where are you? Clip that.
I sent him a picture of Dick Tracy.
Clever.
I'm gonna start getting fucking Robin pics and shit. Here's Dick.
Richard Nixon.
I'll send Chevy a piece of my smelly starfish.
Dick Van Dyke, yeah.
Yeah.
Telling USA 9 that she was entitled to a fair hearing from the website. I read a lot of people who wear these hats, and they say they're harmless, they're innocuous. And this series is a way of calling them out, she said, explaining her work.
Shoes, Michael. Now.
Well, be careful what you wish for, you cunt. One of this is happening against you now.
Yep.
This is not the first instance of Facebook banning somebody on the left for
No, it's not.
this kind of
No.
stuff. And they've complained about it every time, but every time, sorry, but they're following the rules you wanted them to enforce. Sorry about your luck.
Yeah, Viper, why have you not eaten days? Eat something, Viper. She says she's not perpetuating hate speech, but addressing
Fuck
it.
you, YouTube. Fucking work.
I understand doing things for the greater good. It's always for the greater good, isn't it?
Fucking 5 minutes to get the chat up. That's bullshit.
I think ours are a big part of Facebook's content providers. They always a fair hearing. She said Facebook is not commented. Well, that sucks.
I sent you a dick pic, Chadwick.
Yeah, I seen it. It pops right up.
In a way, you kind of brought this on yourself.
It's
You
a
brought this on
picture of.
yourself.
I saw
Please,
it.
somebody clip that too.
It's a picture of
It
Dick
does.
Clark.
It just pops right up. I need to freaking clarify the things I say.
Hey, it's a
Yeah.
picture of Dick Clark. At least you should like him for it, you know?
You brought this on yourself, Flavor.
Yeah, you have.
Chadwick, you brought this on yourself.
I always do. I open my mouth and shit just falls out.
You should have never said that.
Seagull tries to steal an
I could've
entire loaf
said
of
it
bread
just
from
falls in.
Poundland. And Seagull stealing a loaf of bread. We all know seagulls like to steal things, but this one is taking liberties.
Fuck seagulls, they steal my shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say G to gas seagulls because I hate seagulls.
Alright. Gas the seagulls.
We are all going to Mr. Randy.
Seagulls deserve the Jewish shower treatment.
G.
You better not put a dick pic in my Discord.
I'm not putting a dick in your Discord. What are you talking about?
Functional said he put a dick pic in my Discord.
Oh, he did too, but it's not what you think. It's all good.
No one's getting lost.
Ah,
I'm sending Cuban a dick pic.
is that Dick Tracy, is it?
Yeah. No, it's Dick Clark.
That's who I was trying to remember. American Bandstand.
Dick Clark.
Why is mom?
By the way, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, if you could be so kind, get the girl some food.
Get the girl.
Follow that link and get the girl some food. She hadn't eaten in days.
Yeah, give Viper your money. There you go.
I'll give her my money if she gives me something else.
I would buy him skins, though.
Sorry, Scotty, but she ain't eating, you know?
Yeah, no, fair enough. I agree, yeah. Give Viper your money. Anyway,
Viper, get ready for a dick pic.
Funny enough, I think someone else also said
I'm
Viper dick
enjoying
pics
that.
before.
Well, I'm still sending it to her.
Yeah, so I think Bjorn also done it before as well.
Or you don't want me to
Are
grab
you really
it. Now,
sending me
come on.
something?
Yeah.
You're so funny.
Let's go.
He's sending you a dick pic.
No, not in the
You don't want
car.
it.
You
You don't want
want
me
to
to send
go.
it you.
It's a dick pic of Clark.
Very nice. I like him.
Thank you.
Very.
He's a special boy.
He is.
No, Leia.
Yeah, the Berbers filming trying to shoplift an entire loaf of bread from Pound London, Whitby, North Yorkshire.
Check it in, Viper.
The road worker Josh Bates was sat in his car on the 17th of May when he saw the strange incident and decided to record it on his smartphone. Viper says she's haunted from the last one she got.
She said to me, "Cool." Yeah, she knows what I'm talking about.
So it wasn't
Ironically enough, my son's godfather sent me one by accident.
She sent me nudes. Yay.
Viper didn't send you nudes.
I know. I'm just teasing. Fuck.
You wish Viper sent you nudes.
Yeah, I wish. I really do. It'd be amazing.
My son's godfather sent me nudes, thinking accidentally putting my name into the text message instead of his wife's. I can never unsee that.
Oh wow! I was expecting real news, but I get a bunch of
I
clips.
once accidentally sent a dick pic to my boss, trying to send it to my wife. He was the last person I texted, and I sent it off to him.
I could send you, little nigga. Go ahead.
Yeah, I
That
threw my
actually
phone
happens.
across the room. It was pretty funny.
Oh boy.
All right, guys. I will talk to you all later.
And bye, Chadwick.
Later, Chadwick.
Bye, Chadwick.
All right. See ya.
Bye, Chadwick.
Can we get this stream to at least 10 likes, people? Come on.
Yeah, 10 likes. Was it
At least 10. At least, come on.
It's got to be
What are we
someone
at?
in here that hasn't done it yet. We're at 9.
Big Dro, that's a picture of my dick named Clark.
Jews told not to wear skull caps in parts of Germany. Felix Game warning comes after a 20% rise in anti-Semitic incidents in Germany. Almost all of them perpetuated by the far right. I'm going to say exit out on that one.
Uh-huh.
The one on the far left are pretty anti-Semitic as well.
Oh, in America they are for sure.
The German government's top official is against anti-Semitism and has warned Jewish people not to wear skull caps in parts of the country. Commissioner Felix Klein, I don't know, Fallen, was speaking following a rise in anti-Semitic attacks in Germany. Mr. Klein told the Funke newspaper group, "My opinion has unfortunately changed and compared to what it used to be. I cannot recommend that Jews wear skull caps at all times everywhere in Germany." He did not say which places he thought were too risky to wear the cap, also called a kippah. According to statistics released earlier this month, anti-Semitic incidents were up by 19.6% to 1,799 in 2018, with 81% of them involving the far-right perpetrators. This was despite an overall drop in politically motivated crimes. Israeli President Reuven Rivlin said he was deeply shocked by Mr. Fallen's comments. He added, "We will never submit, we will never lower our gaze, we will never react to anti-Semitism with defeatism. And expect and demand our allies act in the same way." This is not incredulous. They are saying not to wear the caps. They're not doing anything to stop the violence. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're not. They're just saying don't portray yourself as a Jew, basically. That's what they're saying. Anyway. Plus, well, 1,000 isn't just under 1.8k isn't that much, really, is it, if you think about it? Smith thinks that. Hello?
Hello. It makes sense.
Well, they're just creating more fear here, aren't they? More fear than there really should be. I don't know.
Think so, yeah.
Michael Friedman, a former deputy leader of the Central Council of Jews in Germany, the country's main Jewish group, said they were admission of failure, and that the state must ensure that Jews cannot show themselves anywhere without fear. Moravia State Interior Minister Joachim Herrmann insisted everyone can and should wear a skull cap everywhere and whenever he wants. Seriously, did they learn something in the 30s and 40s? No, they did not. Mr. Klein told German news agency DPA that statement had been provocative because he wanted to incite a debate about the safety of the Jewish community in our country. Of course, I believe that there must not be no-go areas anywhere in Germany for Jews or members of other minorities. That's kind of what he's doing, though, isn't he?
It is. And
But-
my
but-
question would be this: is there any other member of any other religious community that are forbidden from wearing clothing that is typical to their faith?
Muslims in some places, yes. Like some Muslims aren't allowed to wear burqas in certain places.
True, but in the same area that they're telling the Jews not to wear their yarmulkes.
I don't know. Well, I feel like it could lead to no-go areas anyway. Something like this could lead to no-go areas. It might not be no-go areas just now, but if it carries on, it might lead to that.
Yeah. That wouldn't be a bad. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing.
It's not a good thing, though, is it?
I mean, no. If it's across the board and telling nobody to wear a sign of their faith, it's very Soviet Russia. But okay, But as long as they pick on one group and leave another one alone, that's just hypocrisy.
Still not good, though, is it?
Not really, no.
His words followed a similar warning from the head of Germany's leading Jewish organization last year. Josef Skitzel, head of the Council of Jews, told German radio, "I have to advise people to avoid showing themselves openly with a kippah on the head in the big city setting in Germany, and to wear a baseball cap or something else to cover the head instead." So I just light a cigarette. Mr. Scudhurst, Stur's words, had followed an attack in central Berlin in the previous week, where two men wearing kippahs were assaulted by a group of three men who shouted Yati, an Arabic word for Jewish. So it's peaceful people that are doing it, then, isn't it? Do they count as far right, do they?
Who? Exactly.
Because it said it came predominantly from far right, but they're saying that they use an Arabic word for Jewish. So I'm thinking,
Yeah, Arabs aren't exactly far right, are they?
No, but so the mainstream media, they don't class as,
well.
the mainstream media doesn't class them as far right, do they? So they're saying the majority of them came from far right sources, and they're saying that Arabic. So is Sky News saying that Muslims are far right then? Are they?
Technically, they are.
If they're using that as an example of one of the attacks, in Sky News, you heard it here first, folks. Sky News thinks Muslims are far right.
I mean, it'd be nice to classify them as where they really are. It's nice to see somebody actually do that.
I don't think it was intentional.
I doubt it. I doubt it was intentional because everybody it takes great pains to hide where they would lie on the left-right political spectrum.
They would, yeah.
They would, yeah, because Muslims would lie farther, more extreme to the right than any of the people they like to call, far right. So one dude's name, Milo Yiannopoulos, I don't know.
Well, traditionally they are very conservative, aren't they?
Yeah.
Very, very.
Well, I think that Milo guy's, wasn't he English?
Yeah, he's English. But what I'm saying is traditionally Islam is a very conservative religion.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, the Muslims would be farther to the right than anybody in the US.
But they don't class them as far right, though. Sky News thinks they are far
No,
right.
they don't.
Is this an example? Well, they use that as an example. They said it was more predominantly far right, and they use Muslims as an example. So,
God damn, my computer crashed.
Yeah.
Who's echoing?
That's Lil.
Oh, am I echoing?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
Muslim, do you mean IED? We do not oppose open army. That's even worse. Didn't fix the problem. If we don't oppose open anti-Semitism, ultimately it will endanger our democracy because it is not just about anti-Semitism; it's about racism and xenophobia. I don't see any sign of blind girl yet, so maybe let's carry on until whenever I feel like
I was going to say, I haven't seen her post anything like about a show.
I spoke to her earlier. She went for a nap, and I assume she hasn't
Oh,
woken
okay.
up yet.
Does she still have Jack? Or did Pat come get him?
No, she went to get him a few hours ago, and then she spoke to me for like half an hour, then fell asleep. So
Uh,
I don't know what's going on there. So yeah. She hasn't got a lot of sleep in the last few days, so that might be why.
yeah, I
Northeast
saw
woman-
she was quite up quite early this morning.
Yeah. Northeast women avoids custody over rape claim, over fake rape claim. Why the fuck would anyone ever rape that anyway? Like she's not getting raped.
Good God. No.
No, you would not
I
rape.
tell you, I kind of agree. Yeah, I kind of agree with the general consensus to where if you make a false rape claim, you should be subject to whatever punishment the man would have gotten if he was convicted.
Yep. Of course you should. It ruins the guy's life. Even though they know he's innocent,
Yep.
no one's going to hire him.
Abby Will 20 was suffering from an undiagnosed personality disorder. Well, tough fucking shit. It's not an excuse to be a fucking lie about rape, is it? She told the police she had been sexually attacked. Investigators officers investigating the claims soon realised the allegation was not true when they checked CCTV spotting her in a supermarket at the same time of the alleged crime. Yesterday, she was handed a 3-year suspension order as an alternative to custody by Sheriff Morag McLaughlin when she appeared in Aberdeen Sheriff Court. Will of Fordyce Avenue, New Deer. At least the dogster. I'm glad the dogster. The dogster address. Well done, people. That's good. That's it. Previously pled guilty to making a false representation to police. Someone had raped her during the event on December the 22nd, 2016. Defense solicitor John Hardy told the court at the point Miss Will was extremely young, living independently for the first time away from her family. That's not an excuse. How is that an excuse? It's not a fucking excuse to fucking rape someone, is it? To lie about raping someone. Maura McLaughlin sounds like an evil wizard from Harry Potter. Yeah, the judge laughed when he saw her face. I probably would have done. I mean, like, there's no way someone raped you. No chance. Explaining the run up to the incident, he said she contacted NHS 24 and they advised her to go to the hospital to make a disclosure to a nurse on the understanding it's confidential. Nurse, due to her duty of care, discloses that to the police officers. The police there because they're concerned for her well-being. The police then ask her about the disclosure to the nurse. She refuses to repeat it to the police. It's a day or two later, she's at Peterhead Police Office, and she makes this allegation. Mr. Hardy said the person named by Miss Will is not interviewed as a suspect. She's interviewed as a witness against her. It's clearly a very serious offence. I don't seek to misuse that. Yet his client had an undiagnosed personality disorder. Again, not an excuse. She's actually trying to stabilize her life. Well, you're doing a great way of that. You're doing a great fucking chance of that, but lying about being raped, aren't you? Yeah, let's just lie about someone and we complain and just claim you have a mental health disorder. That sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yep. Welcome to current year, mate.
You can get away with anything with that.
Oh, yeah.
She certainly feels like there's something wrong with her. And I'd like to have it addressed. Tough shit, get that addressed in fucking prison then. That's what you should be. Sheriff McLaughlin said, I'm going to make you subject to supervision of the mental health treatment requirement. You don't need to understand that's a direct alternative to custody. And that's a direct alternative to custody. Which you should be in. You should get mental health treatment there, you fucking cunt. The court previously heard Will told police that she'd been walking beside Peterhead Academy when the man hit her over the head before sexually assaulting her. Her claim sparked a police investigation inquiring them to deploy liaison officers and conduct an in-depth medical exam. So she's also wasting police time and lying about rape, so no. Go fuck yourself, cunt. You should be in prison. You were in a Jewish shower. Enjoy your Jewish shower, you cunt.
It's amazing what some women can get away with, though, isn't it?
Why are you saying J? I mean G. G. A Jewish shower's a gas. Remember. But Will's lies began to unravel when they revealed CCTV footage of her actions that day that didn't back up her claims. Officers found her on CCTV in the city's Morrison store at the time when she was supposedly attacked. She's not in it. Oh, we got one dislike. Hey.
That was me.
That's all interaction.
Yeah. I only disliked it because for the fun of it.
Like I say, it's all interaction. It means the same thing as a like, doesn't it really? The
Oh, that's
algorithm.
all right. Hey, Scotty, it's all right. I just like my own videos, so it's all good. It's all good.
I just like one of your streams once as well, I think.
Oh, yeah, and I increased it.
Bike workers burned down store trying to cremate mouse. Board staff in Bury St Edmunds caused £1.6 million worth of damage when an attempt to cremate the mains of the mouse went wrong. The fire got out of control, destroying the shop and spreading to nearby premises. The card workers have been trying to amuse themselves on a boring day. So, yeah. Fucking retards.
Yeah, fucking retards. Fuck.
Why would you cremate a mouse?
Bury the bloody thing or throw it in the garbage.
For charity.
What?
No.
Who's cutting their grass?
Sorry.
That's that motorbike.
That was a group of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 bikes.
Oh, gangsters.
Well, Rolling Thunder is tomorrow. So, you ever hear of that little?
Yeah.
That's tomorrow, and
Oh,
I'm in
you
the
guys
DC area.
You guys have a long weekend, don't you? You guys have a long weekend, don't you?
Yeah, in America, it's Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day is Fallen Soldiers.
Yeah,
and there's a big thing that happens every year. Basically, it's thousands upon thousands upon thousands of motorcycles, starting in various rally points around DC. They all ride into DC, go to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall, and have a big rally there.
Yeah, I was going to say it'd be Vietnam because that's when basically bikies started around the world, all the veterans from Vietnam.
Yeah, when a lot of veterans started that. So, so sometime tomorrow, actually, just look up Rolling Thunder. I'm sure there's going to be a live feed on YouTube somewhere, and you'll be able to see thousands of bikes.
Cool.
I've actually taken part in it a couple times.
Anyway, 3 French citizens sentenced to death.
Hey, Pumpkin.
Yo.
Pilot's holding a ticket, your name, driver number, and truck number.
Do what now?
The pilot is holding a ticket for you.
A ticket?
Yeah, that you need to pay.
Oh, okay. What is it, my dinner or your dinner?
Yeah, mine and LJ's.
Okay. 3 French citizens are sentenced to death by Iraqi court for joining ISIS amid wave of foreign jihadi executions. An Iraqi court on Sunday sentenced 3 French citizens to death for joining the Islamic State group. The first ISIS member from France to be handed capital punishment at court, officials said. Yeah, I agree, fuck ISIS. Captured in Syria by US-backed force fighting jihadists, Kevin Gunn, Leonard Lopez, and Salim Maka were transferred to Iraq for trial. They have 30 days to appeal. Iraq has taken custody of thousands of jihadists, reprimanded in recent months from neighboring Syria, where they've been caught by US-backed Syrian Democratic Forces during the battle to destroy the ISIS Caliphate. The Iraqi... I know a male teacher refused a 14-year-old student to ruin his fucking life, had to move interstate and everything. He didn't do it either. The Iraqi district said in May they had tried and sentenced more than 500 suspected foreign members of ISIS since the start of 2018. Its courts have condemned many to life in prison, among others to death, although no foreign ISIS members have yet been executed. I wonder if this is going to set a precedent. Have there been other Western countries that have sentenced people to death for this? I don't think so. Why are you typing the chat anyway? You're on the stream. You just asked me that on stream.
Do what?
Sometimes it's noisy, and then my son will come in and talk, and I don't want to interrupt your reading, so I was just trying to be polite.
Okay.
I'm in a quiet space right now, though, so I probably should have just asked.
You're in a safe space.
Quiet space.
I don't have Kofo's on for them just to sit and ask me in the chat, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. I was just trying to be polite.
Trials have been criticised by right groups, which often rely on evidence obtained through torture. They've also raised the question whether suspected ISIS jihadists should be tried in the region or repatriated in the countries of their origin. As far as I'm concerned, if you fight for ISIS, you should fuck off. You should be allowed back in the country.
I agree. Even if, like, you say you're, like, repenting and you're sorry for it and all that stuff, how are we to know that that's not, like, a way for you to come back and, like, get more people? You know what I mean?
Hey,
like,
you made your bed, you can lie in it.
Exactly, that too.
I think anybody who leaves their country to join ISIS, considering ISIS is trying to be a form of government or start a faith-based form of government to undermine your home nation's own government, that literally is treason and should be treated as such.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have your citizenship revoked. Those sentenced on Sunday were among 13 French nationals caught in a battle scared with eastern Syria and handed to Iraqi authorities in February on suspicion of being members of ISIS. One was later released as it was found he had traveled to Syria in support of Yazidi, religious minority. The target of the particularly brutal ISIS campaign that rights groups have said may have amounted to genocide. The 12 remaining were put on trial under Iraqi's counter-terrorism law, which can dole out a penalty to anyone found guilty of joining a terrorist group, even if they were not explicitly fighting. No sympathy for you. You joined ISIS, you can go fuck yourself. Here in Canada, we give them millions and hand jobs from our PA. Yeah, I've heard a lot of that fucking Justin Trudeau. They'll
He'll be
probably get
gone.
rid of- Yeah,
I think
they'll
theirs
probably-
is an. Sorry, keep going.
I think I've heard they're probably getting rid of him. Yeah,
Yeah, I reckon he's gone.
Justin Trudeau. Yeah.
A little off topic, but did they ever give asylum to that one girl that was seeking it from joining ISIS that made headlines? She wanted to seek asylum in Great Britain.
No, she was already a UK citizen, but
Yeah.
we revoked her citizenship, and therefore she's not allowed back in again.
So it's been
Oh, that-
decided. That's it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Good.
That's the one. That's the one that like left when she was like 14 or something.
Oh, I'm not sure of the details with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, she's not allowed back in. She's never getting back in here again. Anyway, Ghanat, who fought for ISIS before being arrested in Syria with his mother, wife, and half brother, have also been sentenced to absentia by a French court to 9 years in prison, according to French research group for the Centre for the Analysis of Terrorism. Maki was a member of the infamous Tarid IBM Zayed Brigade, a European foreign terror fighter cell. They carried out attacks in Iraq and Syria and planned others in Paris and Brussels, according to US officials. Lopez from Paris traveled with his wife and 2 children. An ISIS held hostile in northern Iraq before entering Syria, French investigators say. His lawyer, Nabil Boudi, condemned the trial as summary justice. The French government had guaranteed that French citizens would all be entitled to a fair trial, even Iraq told AFP. But Lopez had been sentenced to death based on a series of interrogations in Baghdad jails. Iraq declared victory over ISIS in late 2017 and began trying foreigners accused of joining the jihadists the following year. Rights groups, including Human Rights Watch, have criticised Iraq's anti-terror trials, which they say often rely on circumstantial evidence and confessions obtained under torture. Baghdad has offered to try all foreign fighters in FDF custody, estimated at around 1,000, in exchange for millions of dollars. The Iraqi government told sources have told AFP. Among those sentenced to life were 58-year-old Frenchman Lachin Amar Yubui and 2 other French nationals. Iraq also tried thousands of its own nationals arrested at home soil for joining ISIS, including women and Regan, proceeding for nearly 900 Iraqis reprimanded from Syria. The country remains in the top 5 executioner nations in the world, according to Amnesty International reports in April. And the number of death sentences issued by Iraqi courts have more than quintupled between 2017 and 2018 to at least 271. But only 52 were carried out in 2018, according to Amnesty, compared with 125 the year before. Analysis have also warned the prisons in Iraq have become, in the past, have acted as academies for future jihadists. Well, sadly, we're getting like that here as well. A lot of prisons are like that here as well.
I don't know how we're supposed to police that, though. You know?
I guess you guys stamp it out, make sure they're not all in the same area, I guess.
Yeah.
So they can't radicalize each other. Maybe just separate them in prisons across the country, I guess. That may be the best way to do it. Instead of giving them their own area.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Including ISIS Supremo Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Alright, chilling down. Well, Nigga, you got anything to show?
Curious Nigga, 9 to 11 p.m. Don't forget.
Trucker.
Yeah. Good trucker, almost daily dash cams. Going to back to the usual place, Springfield, Pennsylvania tomorrow, starting probably about 8:30 a.m.
Any questions from the chat for the last 5 minutes or so before we end the stream?
I just asked the question because I wasn't sure if it's frozen or not. Because I don't think
No,
mine's
it's not.
moved.
It's not frozen. I think it's just.
Okay.
I think it's just not
Okay.
moving.
Fair
Were
enough.
were you guys able to see my comment?
The hands
I
must
wrote-
be by.
I wrote
Which
he
one?
has. I wrote he has great dick sucking lips. I wasn't sure if it popped up or not. I'm curious
I
about.
can't see it. Maybe YouTube stopped it or something.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
see that one there.
Oh my
No,
fuck.
it's showing on my screen, but it didn't pop up on anyone else's.
I've got the last one I see from you, Cuban, is their hands must be tired.
Yeah, that's the only one I can see. That's the last one I see as well.
Yeah.
Curious, yeah, because Functional wrote he's had a lot of practice, and then I wrote he has great dick sucking lips, and then the following one is has the chat frozen.
Yeah, I don't see it.
It probably got deleted by YouTube's thing.
Yeah, I didn't set that up. I made sure that was unticked, so that didn't happen.
He's one of their golden childs. You can't say anything about him.
know. But King Relic says, "Little nigga, why are you gay?
Why am I gay? Why are you gay?
Why are you?
Why are you jealous?
Nothing wrong with being happy.
Because I like cock."
Yeah, little nigga's gay. Confirmed.
I'm not gay. I'm bi. There's a difference.
So you're half gay.
No.
Well, you like men, don't you?
Yeah, but that doesn't. But I also like women.
So yes, you're half gay.
No. Bye.
He likes women. He likes women just as much as the next guy.
Yes, I like women a lot more than men.
So you're half gay then.
No.
Just taking the piss, little nigga. That's all I'm doing.
Hey, at least he doesn't go by Zay or Zaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Go by bear.
You're not a bear.
Did I say that?
There's already too many bears on it. There's Irate Bear. There's
Yeah, but I'm a
bear.
nigga.
There's bearing. There's already like too many bears
Bear
on
when
the
it
side of
can't.
YouTube.
I was gonna say when it comes to homosexuality, gay is or bear is a way different thing.
Oh yeah, hairy
bears
bear. Gay man, right?
I was gonna say, and little you are way too small to be a bear.
Yeah, I'm a
Cryptic
cunt.
says, Cryptic says you're still a bit gay.
Fuck you,
But like
Cryptic!
men even a little. But like men even a little.
Ah,
Dude.
cock, come over there and beat your Asian ass. Cryptic. Come on, you Cryptic.
John, I still think Cryptic's in the lead in this one though. His comebacks are better than yours. No offense.
Shut up, Scotty.
I think Cryptic's clearly had more experience in this though.
Fuck you, Cryptic.
Unless you want to fuck Cryptic now, do you?
No, I don't want to fuck this Asian ass. I still want to commentate with them.
You don't want to fuck Cryptic, so you want to be fucked by Cryptic.
No! I want to beat his ass.
Right. Anyway, there'll be a stream at the same time tomorrow. I don't know if Blind Chuck is going to happen because I assume Blind Girl's still asleep. So, anyway.
Yeah, Cryptic.
Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already.
I haven't gotten any kind of link, so.
All hail Blue Whale. Don't piss in the shower curtain. You're all a bunch of cunts.